Hello students, today in this video we are going to start a new topic of grammar. Name of the topic is modals. Modals are known as modal auxiliaries also and modal verbs also. So in our junior classes we have done these modal auxiliaries. Let's revise once again that where to use which modal. Before starting the use of modals, let's see the definition of modals. So modals are the verbs which are used to moderate the main verb, that is to enhance or restrict the verb to a certain context. Actually these modals verbs we cannot use as the main verbs like go, eat, sleep, okay, but like helping verb we can use them. That's why these are named as modal auxiliaries also, okay. So let's have a look that which are the modal auxiliaries. Can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, ought to, have to, need, etc. are the modal verbs. Now the very easy concept I am going to give you today, that is with the help of a chart you can learn that where to use which modal. So I have made a diagram for you here. A chart is here. Number 1 is having type, number 2 is having the modal verb which we have to use, and second one is example. So let's see. We can have these things: ability, permission, advice, obligation and possibilities. These may be the type of our sentence, right? When we have to see for ability, when we have to use modal for ability, so we can use can and could. Can you can use in present ability, and could you have to use in past ability. So let's see the example of present ability, like he can speak 3 languages, or I can drive a car, I can solve this puzzle, right? So that is what? Present ability. If we want to talk about the past ability, so that is what? The past ability, then we have to use this word could, okay. See the example, he could speak French when he was 5, right? So when he was 5, he could speak that time French. Like I could drive, I could play chess when I was young, right? I could ride a horse when I was a teenager, like that you can do, but now you cannot do that, okay. So that is what? Past ability. So for present ability you have to use can, and to show the past ability you have to use could. Next come to permission. When you seek permission, you want to give permission to someone, so you have to use words like can, could and may. For example, can I take your pen? So that's what? Permission, like, so can I take your pen? Second one is, could I open the window? That's also for permission. And next, may also you can use for permission. So that's it. May I come in? So this is what? For permission we can use can, could and may. For ability we can use can in present and could in past, okay. Let's see advice. If you want to give advice to someone, so you have to use should, right? For example, you should visit your dentist regularly. You should do exercise regularly. You should obey your parents, right? So that is what? Advice. Next is, you should try to lose weight. So that is also advice. Clear? So we have learned here that for advice we can use should. Next come to the next type, that is obligation. If necessity is there, obligation is there, so you have to do must or have to, like you have to do this 100%, you have to do this. For example I am telling you the rules of the modals, where you have to do that. So you must learn all these rules. You have to learn these rules because you have to speak a good English, you have to write down a good English, and you have to do the editing in your exam and all that, right? So that's why we can use, when there is obligation is there, necessity is there, then you have to do must and have to. Let's see the example. I must memorize all these rules. So that's what? Necessity, obligation. You have to take off your shoes before you get into the temple. So that's also, you cannot enter in the temple if you are wearing the shoe. You have to take off your shoe, right? So that is also obligation and necessity. For that we have to use must and have to. Clear? Next one is possibility. Possibility. So here might, may, could or can. These 4 models you can use for possibility. Clear? First one is it looks nice but it might be expensive. It might be expensive. It may happen that it is expensive. It is possible that it may be expensive. So when you are showing your possibility there, right? So there you have to do might. Next is he may be coming to see us tomorrow. When you are not sure, one may we have learned, then this may we have to use for seeking and granting permission also, right? And one may you will do for possibility also, like when there is weak possibility, weak possibility or possibility. So he may be coming to see us tomorrow. So that is what, this is the use of that. So let's please quickly revise this. For ability you can use can and could. For can is used for present and past ability. For past ability you have to use could. Next one is permission. For permission you can use word can, could and may. For advice you can use should. For obligation you have to use must and have to. For possibility you have to do might and may, could and can, right? So this was all about in brief. Actually we will do in detail in our next videos, but this is only the introduction, that how you have to remind, what is the style of remembering all this. Okay, next one, very quick thing you have to do when modal verbs asking for permission. Like I have said here permission, so I have used your can also, could also, may also, and would also you can use here, right? So these are the things. These are four boxes which I have prepared here. One is can. So if you want to give or take, seek informal permission, then you can do, can I borrow your pen for a minute, like for a friends, that is informal, right? So can I borrow your pen, right? Next one, can I speak to you? Can I take your book? Can I have tiffin with you, or something like that. So that is what, informal. Clear? When there is no formality, there you have to use can. Next one is could. When you want to do some polite permission, when you want to make some polite permission, so what you can do, could I please have a glass of water? When there is formality, means in a way. So if you want to be a little bit polite with the person, so there you have to do, could I please have a glass of water. Second one, could I open the window? Clear? So that is for polite permission. If you want to use may for your permissions, so that is what, for formal use you can use, may I ask you a question please? May we go home now? Right? So here you have to do may. But if you want to make it polite little bit, so what you have to do, would you mind if I asked you something? So that's what, that's a polite request. Polite request if you want to take permission from someone. So would you mind if I asked you something? So that is what, would, use of would for seeking permission, for asking permission. Clear? So can, informal way, could, polite way, may, formal way, and would for polite way. So that's all for today, and this was only the normal introduction of the modal auxiliaries. In our next videos we will do these modal auxiliaries in detail. Till then, please take screenshot of all this. Just prepare a chart like this in your notebook and please learn them. Thank you very much.